Hello and welcome back to another edition of Open Air Atheist. I'm James Theodore Stillwell III, and the title of this episode is Response to SemperReformanda. First I want to say that this is the kind of response I like to my refutations. They touched on every single point, or I should say SemperReformanda touched on every single point, didn't pick and choose what to respond to, but responded to every single point that I had asserted. And so I want to say, in the words of Reformed evangelist, pay close attention. Okay? First, you say that you never said my decision was arbitrary, but it is my decision nonetheless. My response: according to your own theology, I can't repent and believe unless God chose me before the foundation of the world. So no, it's not my choice. It's God's choice according to your own theology, but nice try. Let me see, what else do you do? Okay. You say talking snakes and donkeys and other miracles are not a matter of gullibility, and then affirm my atheism and say that you understand that I don't believe any of it occurred, and that's fine. But then you state it's not a stretch to believe that him who created and sustains all did these things, and that those who believe aren't gullible, they just believe in the power of God. Before I give you my written response to this, let me say I understand that how you interpret information, it depends on your presupposition. I understand my presupposition is that there is no supernatural, and that there is only here what I can experience. There's only the physical. I believe in a very tiny possibility, small possibility, that there could be some sort of supernatural, whatever you want to call that. But again, about as much as I believe in purple pixies and little elves and dwarves and stuff, okay? So that's my definition of atheism. And so, of course, you will recognize that because that's my presupposition, yes, when I look at the Bible, I see that it's absurd, but then when you look at the Bible, because of your presupposition, you don't take it as absurdity. So I recognize that. My response: yes, but I must say it does take gullibility to believe such things because you read in a book, and if you read these same things in a book, not entitled the Bible, you wouldn't take it seriously. In fact, you'd probably be reading it to your kids before bedtime, okay, and you wouldn't expect them to take it seriously. You say you're aware that the word atheism means... that you're aware of what the word atheism means, and assert that atheists assert that the universe, with all its complexity, is some sort of cosmic accident, and state that that's the height of faith. Again, you don't understand, okay? Because I don't have faith in any of that. I don't have faith in anything. I just simply, I guess if anything, you could say the only thing I have faith in is that my experiences are reliable. I assume that my experiences, my sense of touch, taste, and smell, and sight, and all these experiences, my five senses, are reliable. So yes, I guess in that sense you could say I have faith in that they're reliable. And we could go into the Descartes' Cartesian mind experiment, but I'm not going to go there. Because I don't believe that assuming my senses are reliable is irrational. And I believe there's a huge difference between assuming the reliability of your senses and assuming that a God exists. Okay. My response. First, I don't claim that we're accidents. I simply am not sure how everything came into existence. And I don't feel the need to postulate God or gods or purple pixies or Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or any of these other myths. I simply say I don't know how everything began exactly, but I don't feel the need to postulate some absurdity to explain it. For instance, before people knew that the world was round and then it floated in free space, they said that it rested on the back of giant animals. We look back at that now and we say that's absurd. I'm sure that the people who looked at the first rainbow probably thought, oh, magic. But now that we understand that it's really, water particles reacting with sunlight and how that works, we understand that it's not magic. It's not, id didn't do it. Okay, so yes, there are many things we don't know, but we don't need to plug some sort of supernatural postulation into that. Okay? Let me see, let me get caught up here. So, I don't, even though we don't know these things yet, I don't feel the need to do that, because that would be not logical, and it wouldn't be science. You say you don't know me that well, and that tells me that you're somebody I've met, obviously in person. But that it's quite clear I am suppressing the truth and cite Romans 1:18. Now, if a Muslim were to quote a verse in their Quran, in their holy book, let's say they quoted it to you, would that mean anything to you? What if they said that all Christians are this or that? Would you really care? I mean, do you really believe that book was written by a God? No, you don't. So when you do this to me, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like you're quoting a book here that it's like, okay, fine, you're quoting a fairy tale. What good does that do me? Okay, I don't have the same presupposition that you have. And I think that's the other reason why I didn't touch on your other points, is that it was somewhere along that line of thinking. But I want to let you know that I really appreciate your responses. I look forward to more of them. And I hope to hear from you again. I plan at least to do a video on the so-called harmony of the Gospels. Maybe you could stay tuned and try to refute that. That would be awesome. And if you could not make the same blunders that Reformed evangelists did, I would appreciate that. And if you would continue to do what you've been doing here and touch on every single point and answer every single point in order like you've done here, I would appreciate that very much. Thank you, and have a good night.